Okay, I'm getting emails all day today about what I thought of Superman last night. I'm gonna upload this video, and in a month from now, no one's gonna give a shit because there's gonna be something new happening on the horizon. But the fact is, I have to vent. I have to vent, and I have to vent. Okay, Man of Steel. First of all, let me preface all this by saying I'm a huge Superman fan. I grew up on Superman. I love Superman. I had Superman underoos, the cape, Superman, greatest superhero ever, all time, the best. Good. With that, I've seen the movies, TV shows, comic books, read everything up until the mid to late 80s. Right? Good. The whole story. Now, I see Man of Steel. Saw Man of Steel last night, IMAX 3D, 20 bucks. Special effects, amazing. Beautiful special effects. Beautiful. I love it. The movie, I hate inconsistencies. Not only inconsistencies, but the rules changing. The Superman rules. You know the Superman rules. He comes son of Krypton, comes with sent to Krypton. The Earth's yellow sun gives him superpowers. He can lift tall buildings at a single bound. He can lift trains. He can lift everything. He can fly, super speed, bing bing, super hearing, super sight, see through everything, right? In this movie, and I'm going to give you a whole bunch of spoilers, so if you haven't seen it and want to be surprised in the movie theater, then just shut this video off now and save the bookmark this and you'll watch it when you get home. Or save yourself the 20 bucks and you'll watch it when it comes out on DVD or whatever. Superman's strength, okay? He doesn't know who he is yet. I have superpowers, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm working on an oil rig. He saves on the fishing boat. The oil rig is falling down. Big oil rig. He saves all the people. Great. Right? He's struggling. Push the oil rig. I can't push the oil rig. It's so heavy. It's an oil rig. Right? Oil rig. He's straining to lift up a man-made oil rig. Now, he's Superman. He should be able to push it up. Push it up. He should be able to lift it up without a problem. You want to say it's just so weight and the laws of physics, he has to struggle a little bit more. Okay, but still, he could have lifted up a bit easier than the struggle. It's like me lifting up a TV set. Superman, super strength. Lois Lane and Superman, before he's Superman, he's still Clark Kent. He's still some unknown name, whatever. They go up to the North Ice because they find a UFO. It's a Superman ship, whatever. Middle of the night, Superman goes in. He uses his heat vision and melts the ice, creates a little tunnel in the ice, right? A cavernous tunnel. Walks in, he sees a spaceship. Great. Oh, but guess who's following behind him? Lois Lane. Lois Lane following behind him in this echoey tunnel, and Superman's super hearing. Doesn't pick up footsteps. Tell you, if I was in 50 feet, maybe 100 feet in front of her, couldn't hear her walking through the tunnel. I can tell you, you go through any tunnel. Human being, regular hearing should have been able to hear her walking. Not even super hearing, and he doesn't hear her. And then he's got to save her from getting bitten by the Krypton snake, whatever, the bite snake. And she's there, and he's got to heal her with his heat vision. And now it sets the whole thing in motion that she's searching for him, the hero, that because he healed her, right? Because he couldn't hear with his super hearing that she's walking down the thing, right? And at the end, he kills a missile, a $20 million tracking missile that's trying to track down his Fortress of Solitude or whatever, right? But he can hear that coming a mile away and blow that 20 million thing out of the sky. But Lois Lane walking in a cavernous cavern, no, can't hear. Superhero doesn't work today. I'm off. At the end of the movie, here we go. I'm telling you the end of the movie. Shut the fuck up because this is what's happening. He snaps Zod's neck, gets him in a headlock. Headlock, right? And Zod is, I'm going to use my heat vision to kill all these people that are in the corner in Grand Central as a family, and I'm going to burn them up, and I'm going to kill them if I can't kill you. And it pisses Superman off, and now Superman snaps General Zod's neck with the super snap. So he snaps his super Zod's super neck. That's what he does, right? Couldn't snap for the past half hour. Zod and him are destroying New York City. Buildings falling down everywhere. The whole city decimated. Manhattan, done. Or whatever. Metropolis. Right? Metropolis, decimated. And he doesn't think to snap Zod's neck before all these other people died. Because buildings are falling down. People are dying, ostensibly. We don't see the death. But if buildings are falling in New York City, it's like 9/11. Buildings are falling, people are dying, and Superman instead fights in the middle of the city. He could take him to Iraq, Iran, into the desert, into the middle of nowhere, to the ocean. They could fight for hours and have at it. Instead, in the middle of New York City, Superman couldn't take him, and they're destroying New York, and he couldn't snap his neck. Couldn't they were holding on to each other? They're playing. Give him a super snap. You're Superman. And all this while Super Zod is weak. It takes Superman 33 years to process and assimilate his superpowers, to come to terms with it. And Zod comes down, and his little helmet is off, and within an hour, 2 hours, Zod assimilates all the superpowers, and now he can do everything Superman can do because he's processing. Instead, why doesn't Superman take advantage of Zod while Zod is on weak processing, right? Because the first minute, Zod, I got heat, I don't know what's going on, X-ray vision, and Superman just snapped his neck right there. Everybody be saved, beautiful. I spent $20, great movie. Now, instead, right, they're fighting, destroying New York City. Super Zod is killing, and they're looking for the computer chip that brings back Krypton, and the whole thing, right? There are a million other planets. You couldn't start with a new planet, the moon, Jupiter. No one's there. No, instead it has to be Earth, where Superman is. Son of Jor-El. Ridiculous. Manhattan is falling down. Buildings are falling down. And the people, New Yorkers, Metropolisians, whatever, New Yorkers, they're just standing there. They're standing there looking up. Oh, look, they're fighting, right? Not one of them has an iPhone. It's taking footage of Superman fighting. Not only are they not running away, they're just standing there looking up like dopes. Oh, getting out of my cars. You see some scenes of them running, but they're running, a block away to the Starbucks down the block. Oh, shut the wooden door. Run. Oh, they're fighting. No one has an iPhone. Because believe me, if I was there and I was an idiot and I wasn't running away to get out of this bullshit and buildings are blowing up, you better believe I'd have an iPhone taking a picture of this to show my friends. Dude, guys in LA, check this out. I just saw Superman kicking Zod's ass, knocking buildings down, and I was there, and there's bricks falling down all around me, and I was an idiot, but I did it, and I got the footage for you guys. Now, instead, people are just sitting there, and buildings are falling, and no one, it's unbelievable. After the first explosion, you watch 9/11, the footage, everybody's over the Brooklyn Bridge in a matter of minutes. Here, everybody's still in the city, and the buildings are falling down everywhere. All of Manhattan, gone. Ridiculous. They're just looking up. Now, Jor-El, Superman's father, he's dead. Blew up. We don't see any indication that, because he decided we're sending the kid away, and the spaceship, Lara, send it, bye-bye. Right? No indication that Jor-El made up all this technology and stuff to communicate with his son on the background. But fine. Say that he thought about it ahead of time, it was going, he didn't know he was going to, he prepared all this, great. Jor-El, now, in this movie, with Superman's little keychain, his S keychain, sticks it in, and now Jor-El can open doors, go to the left, go to the right, he's telling Lois Lane, right? Here, take this gun. He can do magic. He can talk, and he can do, you want to, in the first movie with Christopher Reeve, you have Jor-El, he's a hologram, he's telling Superman where he came from. Okay, I'm cool with that. Right? It's a hologram. In this movie, Jor-El's all up in it. He's doing shit because his son is a pussy, and he's doing opening doors, and he's giving Superman back his powers, and he's manipulating shit, and he's changing the temperature in the spaceship so Superman can get his powers back, so it's like Earth's atmosphere. It's as if he didn't die. So who cares? It's a hologram. Ridiculous. He's like a magician. Here we have Superman flying into all these spaceships that come with Zod. In theory, should theoretically be super spaceships. They shouldn't be penetratable by U.S. Army, which they really weren't. Superman could break them up. Good. Right? The things coming down, and they're flying through, trying to get through Earth to rip at the Earth's core, and Superman's got to break one to break the other, and he's in the ocean, he's pushing, he can't fly up. Now, why can't you fly up, dude? You're Superman. Super sun, super water, you're Superman. Just fly up and break the whole thing up. Instead, I'm hurt, I can't, I gotta get up, I'm not, I gotta, and then we have to, is Superman gonna get up? Of course he's gonna get up, because he's Superman, but it shouldn't take him that long. He shouldn't be getting knocked out on he's Superman. What kind of bullshit is this? right? You fly in, super speed on top, on the bottom. You don't have to go up this way. You can go up this way if you have to break it up. No, he's got to go up the hard way. It's not super intelligent, is what it is. Does Lois Lane at the end? Lois Lane, Clark Kent now comes to the Daily View, and we'd like you to meet our new reporter. He introduces him around. This is Clark Kent. Great. Lois Lane says, "Oh, welcome to the planet." Now, some people say that she knows who he is, and welcome to the planet, like a double entendre. Some people say it's she doesn't know who he is, and it's like welcome to the Daily Planet. If she knows who he is, and she goes out one night, she gets loaded at the Coyote Ugly bar, and she tells this guy that said, "I know who Superman is." She can't know who he is in the comics and in the story. He wears his glasses. People always say, "How come he can't recognize?" Because he has this super hypnosis thing to keep people so they don't see him like that, right? They just overlook it. Fine. Right. Here, if she knows who he is, because in theory she does, she may not know him. She recognize, and she's gonna get, she's gonna get drunk, cause she like a party girl, right? She's gonna party, she's gonna get her research, she's gonna dance on poles, and she's gonna divulge the information for the right amount of money. You'll see. This is what happens, right? I know I would, and what Lois is not, so she has to know who he is. So she knows who he is. Let's assume she knows who he is. Shouldn't be, right? They're fighting in Smallville. Blows up an oil tanker in New York City, blows up a 7-Eleven in Smallville. Shit's blowing up. There's flames everywhere, right? Superman can't take a second. Super breath, cold breath, blow it out, blow out the fire. No, couldn't do it. Shit's blowing, people dying, essentially, of these explosions. Crazy. His father gives him a keychain, the keychain with the S. You stick it in, keychain S. Right? Where is it? It's indestructible. So Superman's got to find it. After all the shit's blown up and Superman wins the day, right? Where did he find his indestructible key? Did he pick up all the pieces of all the spaceships, which ultimately U.S. scientists are going to use against him or whatever? He couldn't take them all, put them in a big pot, melt them down into something, and then just send it out into space or disintegrate it or whatever the hell Superman can do now. The keychain, he needs that keychain to communicate with his father, maybe recontrol spaceships. Who the hell knows? He'll need it on the back end. Instead, it's gone because the girl and the scientist, they stick it in his baby spaceship. The baby spaceship is what ultimately saves the day because Jor-El had the foresight to make a spaceship a super spaceship. And it's frustrating. At the end of the movie, New York City, it's decimated. Building is just an empty plot of land. Buildings are all falling down. Did Superman help rebuild everything? Put everything together? Take a year off, say, Mr. President of the United States, insurance companies are going crazy, it's a shitload of money, and let me, this is my fault, I should have taken Jor-El to Iraq and fought him in the middle of the desert, Mesopotamia, but instead we did it here in New York City, and I didn't snap his neck until we were in the middle of Grand Central Station. He was trying to kill some people in the corner, even though he was trying to kill everybody prior. You want me to help clean up? I'll take care of it. I could do it. I got super speed, no problem. I'll do it for free to help everybody out because I love America and I'm proud and I'm one of you and trust me. No, I get no inkling that he helped rebuild New York City. General Zod was sent from Krypton into the Phantom Zone. Next scene, Krypton blows up. Maybe a day later, next day later. Krypton blows up. The explosion blows them out of the Phantom Zone. And now they're spending 33 years in space trying to find Superman, son of Jor-El. They spent one day in the Phantom Zone. It's like being in a holding cell in LA County Jail. It's one day. You're in or out. So you got no punishment. I don't know why they didn't kill Zod to begin with on Krypton, but you want to send him to the Phantom Zone? Okay, fine. Send him to the Phantom Zone. Phantom Zone with his whole team, whole 20 people. He says, Lara, I'm gonna kill Jor-El. I'm gonna kill Kal-El. I'm gonna kill him. Find him. One day I will. She shouldn't say, something. Maybe he will. Let me kill Zod right now. No, let him go. Let him go into the Phantom Zone. He's there for one day, and then Superman sets off a beacon. 33 years later, and now they find him, and now it's a party on Earth. It's frustrating. They've killed Superman for me. They've killed Batman. They've killed Star Wars. They've killed Star Trek with inconsistent storylines. I hate it. Even the original Superman, when you want to say the original Superman was, because I love the original Superman. I thought it was great. I can suspended disbelief that Superman spins around the world the wrong way and it reverses the whole thing, and then he spins it back the right way, and now it brings Lois Lane back. And my gripe with that movie simply was that if you had the super speed to spin around the world in a revolution, how come you couldn't get Lex Luthor's nuke and rescue Lois all in a split second? You're spinning around the world. The world's a pretty big place. You get this, fine. The whole rest of that movie was great. Superman. In this movie, so many inconsistencies, so many ridiculousness. $20. Spent $20. 3D IMAX. Special effects are great. It was like, but it was like an Arcadia, like World of Warcraft or some of that shit. It's unbelievable what they're doing to our superheroes. Spider-Man, I'm okay with Spider-Man. Iron Man, great. I'm cool with that. Right? In the world of DC and Marvel, look, DC, Superman's the best character there. The rest are, Batman's just a guy with cool tools, and Wonder Woman is hot, and Green Lantern, he's got a super ring that gives him the power. Aquaman, what can Aquaman do? Swim in the water. Okay, I can see how that comes in handy. We got Spider-Man for Marvel, Radioactive Spider. Look, the bottom line is Superman shouldn't have issues. He got picked on as a kid, big deal. You're Superman, you have super intelligence, right? It's frustrating, very, very frustrating. You could feel my frustration, you could sense my frustration. It angers me because I read all the comic books, the Superman, all the double L's, Lex Luthor, Lana Lang, Laura Lamaris, you got Crypto and you got Superboy. Superboy, he was Superboy. Superboy was already at 16 as a teenager, 17. He was already saving the world. He was already helping out. He had a responsibility. Now I got a little 16-year-old Superman whining. Right? Who am I? You'll find out who you are. And if you don't know who you are, who cares? You have super intelligence with superpowers. You have a great father, mom, pa, Kent, hooking you up with knowledge. Fucking do good shit when you're 16. I don't know what to do. I gotta hide. Okay, I get it. You want to hide your powers? That's fine. You get it. Right? Back in the day, Superman didn't have to hide his powers. Right? Start out younger, build up a reputation, and by the time you get older, you don't have to hide anymore. Whatever. You want to go see it? Pay the $20, $15, $20, whatever. Go see it. You're gonna see it anyhow. It was a fine movie, but not 2.5 hours of these inconsistencies. I'm yelling at my friend in the theater, like, what kind of bullshit is this? He couldn't just lift it. All this stuff. Okay. Anyway, I've spoken way too long, and I hope you feel my pain. And please feel free to comment and let me know what you think, because I'm sure you're gonna find other things in the movie that you couldn't stand, and how it made so much money. I understand why it made so much money, because there's nothing else out there this weekend that was so great. But if anybody knows Superman, you gotta call out these inconsistencies and this stupidity. I love you. Peace and love. Peace and love.